try up a little bit, just do something out of the norm. So I decided to do this today because I had an experience that really changed my perspective on a few things. So hope you guys are ready to tune in for a wonderful show. If you're not, too bad, you're already stuck here. But if you are, okay, come on with me. Let's get started, folks. Whoa, what is up, everybody? So we are live. So this is a little bit of a different feel today. Maybe not to everybody here, but real quickly, if you want to head over to our YouTube channel and subscribe to us over there, there have been a few changes that are coming to YouTube. They're going to be pretty interesting. We'll be covering some of those tomorrow, but I love that like some of these platforms are really changing a lot of their structure and a lot of the way that they want to cater to their creators, and that's kind of cool to me, as I want to see that happen. So real quick, if you're not checking us out, head over there to our YouTube page. We're always trying to build our subscribers over there. So we are at 993, I think 94, somewhere around. We need 6 or 7 more to get to 1,000. Come on. I know we can get some subscribers out there. So if you're checking us out over there on YouTube, of course, hit the bell. Do appreciate it. If you are, oh, wait a minute. You didn't hear it. There it goes. So hit the bell over there, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And of course, we are live as we always do just every night. So, and of course, we are streaming on LinkedIn. So if you're following us on LinkedIn, thank you again so much. Same deal. Head over to my profile, hit the bell, let you know whenever I put new video content, whenever I'm streaming live, all the good stuff over there as well on our excuse me, if I can talk, LinkedIn page. Please head over there. And of course, we are streaming, but I don't know if we're getting anybody watching over on Twitter. That's right. So you can follow me at the Stream Tornado over on Twitter as well. I am trying to be more active, do a few more spaces over there, just doing a little bit more as we always do. Well, look, here's another cool feature since we're talking about smooth skin. YouTube is going to have now a feature where you're going to be able to pinch and zoom somebody when you're watching them on your mobile phone. So if you're watching me, like say mobile, and you're like, I want to see if Gabe's got a bug hanging or something, you know, you can just simply pinch and zoom in and just catch whatever you want on my face or whatever. So if I'm streaming in 4K over there, you're going to be able to see all the crap. So yeah, you can go check that out. It'll be a new feature again that they're going to be having on YouTube. So guys, hopefully you've noticed something a little bit different. And tonight's topic is going to be talking about, do you like things that are different? So if you watched the intro, I did something different tonight. I did a little like talk through like you would as you're watching a tutorial, right? So I did that a little bit differently on purpose. Well, jokes are always welcome, man. You know this. You've been on here but you still way too far. That's okay. We will find it funny. Okay, where was I going with this? Oh, doing things differently, right? So, um, the whole exactly my idea as well. And this was inspired a little bit differently because of this lady right here that you see on the screen. Um, Something that I kind of went through today that again changed my idea of like approach of how I want to do things now. And one of the things that you're going to notice it's a little bit different. If most of you have tuned in and you've watched the 50 something plus episodes, I usually have my headphones on. Now I thought to myself, like, what is something that I could change that might be noticeable or drastic to anybody who's watching? Is my headphones. Now I usually have them on whether I'm doing a interview. Now that might still be the same when I do interviews because I still want to be able to actively listen to anybody that I'm having a conversation with. But then I thought about it and was thinking, why do I got to have my headphones on whenever I'm doing a solo show? Because it's just only my voice. I know what I'm saying. I will get prompts from the audience if there's like no audio, if something's missing, if anything along those lines were to happen. I know that my audience would simply say, "Hey, we have no audio, we have no, there's no whatever." You guys are pretty much quick to catch on and let me know when something's not right. So, a well, okay, so that's right. There you go. What is more American than that? Okay, but the whole idea was to do something that was a little bit out of the norm. Small things like this that are going to be different. So, like doing the show intro, instead of me doing a countdown timer, I figured I could record a small little intro, like just exclaiming what's going to be happening on the show. Like, that way people get used to seeing that and then kind of roll into the intro music and then the whole thing. I mean, I'm still shifting and changing a few things, but that's what the topic is tonight. Do you like things that are different? Um, Now, there are some things that are feeling weird to me right now because I am so used to having my headphones on. I can usually hear my own return voice in there. But then, like, there are times where I mute it out anyway, so I don't really use it all the way. So me thinking, like, how do I want to change and shift everything up? This is it for me. Now, the only thing that I won't be able to hear, let's just say, for an example, is like when I do the intro, the music's coming back. But again, I created it. I can kind of listen to it before I go live and tell whether or not it's going to be broadcast so that you guys can hear it as well. So um, I figured that I'm going to try this a little bit differently and mess around with like the structure of the show a little bit. Now, it might be confusing to some, but for others, it might be a moment to be like, wow, it's not what I usually see. It's a little bit jarring, um, but I like it anyway, or I'll at least give it a shot. And whether or not I'll get any kind of feedback where people are like, that sucked, go back to the other thing, change it up. So, Mr. Bill Bradford, all the way up in Pittsburgh, what's going on, man? Um, well, I need that on a bumper sticker somewhere. Well, it is. You're correct. It's Mexican American. So, I'm a mixture of both, but that's okay. You can call me. I'm used to both being called a Mexican and non. I don't know. It's a whole nother topic. But the reason I wanted to do things differently is because I'm trying to get myself in a bit of a different mindset of how I approach everything. Like even using my hands, I was like, when I usually talk to people, I'm a little bit more animated. Like I include my hand gestures. I do a lot of these things. I usually don't do it when I'm doing on the show because I'm so busy, like messing around with the audio interface or I'm messing around with like the comments. So I can still use one hand free, right? I mean, I can still change, and like even the outlook and how this is going to be looking. I'm even changing aesthetically how I want it to start feeling going forward. So, um, why are you using the banner and um, what are you using for the banner and putting the comments on the screen? What is up? Guess you're Italian. Hey, what do you know? I could be. Um, you never know. To be honest, I could be Italian. I could be. I don't know. Maybe I need to do one of those genealogy things. Shit, I got no clue what's in there. I just know that I'm just whatever I am. I'm going to take it for what it's worth. So, what are you using to pull in the comments on the screen? So I'm using Ecamm Live to broadcast, and then I'm using a Stream Deck so you guys can see the comments. So what a Stream Deck is just a small little device, and I'm going to pull it in the screen so you guys can see it as well. Why not? This right here is a Stream Deck. And if you want to see how it works, you see this little button right here that says add comment. There it is. Watch this. There's the comment, and then go back, and then I can hide it. Or I have a timer that's set up for 15 seconds where it'll pull it off automatically. As you can see, I'm not touching anything, right? And the comment will go off by itself. There you go. See? So that's what I like about Ecamm. It's got a few cool features that I can add in here. But that's essentially what I'm using to bring in my comments and pull them in while I'm talking. So it's just a simple a hotkey thing, so that when I can go back, pull that comment back in, pull it back out, wait for it to play. But that's the whole thing about doing things a little bit differently and trying shit that I'm not used to doing, because I got to get out of the freaking norm of just being complacent with what I'm doing. Like I got to I got to mix things up, because I feel like sometimes if I get too stagnant and doing the same things over again, I kind of lose interest. Just being honest, I do feel like I lose interest sometimes when I do things so repetitively. Now I do want to build a system so that I can manage like how to do an everyday show. Like those are essential, but like the content and the things that I do to make my show, sort of formulaic in how I create it. Now that can be changed up. That's the kind of stuff that I like to see that's a little bit different. When I see people doing things differently and it stands out and it's unique, I tend to flock to that, because to me, it's a different approach on how most people would do something. So when I see somebody who, for example, I'm trying to think of one, like what I've seen recently that's a little bit. I saw somebody who was standing in their live streams, right? Um, which is something I don't see all the time. Most people, you see this view, you see the camera, you see them sitting down, they're stationary at a desk. Um, that's something that, again, I've seen over and over and over again, and it becomes, I guess, ingrained in our minds. So the thing that stood out is when I saw this person doing their live stream and they're standing and talking to their camera and their interface and everything else. I thought that was kind of cool, because they didn't have headphones on. They might have had an inner ear. I might have not seen it. I didn't see it in there, but I did tell that they did have a lapel mic. But a lot of lapel mics, like the Rode Wireless Go 2, work really well, and they pick up your audio, and you can just stand around and be more free, more flexible. So yeah, just like Shelly was saying, changing the norms is when innovation happens. You try different things all the time. I mean, how do we try different types of foods and know if we like them or not? Or they're not something we don't want to ever eat again, or trying a different flavor, or trying a new workout routine, a new path. Like I'm pretty sure there are a lot of people who, like, when they drive to work and they commute, they take the same route every single time. I like to mix it up, because then you're going to discover things like, hey man, that was a shorter route. Wow, works out a hell of a lot easier that way. Or that way sucks. Let's not go that way again. And just give it a few times, because again, it could be whatever it is, traffic, how it could be any of those things. But it's trying something different. It's trying something excuse me, that you don't expect. Like, there's been a few people in the comments here. Luke, Luke was living out of a van for a while, or camper, how to say. So I'm pretty sure that was a bit of a different experience for him, right? Nobody plans to say, I'm going to go decide to do a camper and figure out what that life is. And I'm pretty sure he's got different views on it. I'm pretty sure there's other people that do it still all the time, that have traveled across um, continents, or excuse me, countries, doing that and rather enjoy that experience. And there's people that probably hate it. But my thing is, if you don't try it ever and decide whether or not it works for you, how do you know whether you're going to like it? I mean, it could be a lifestyle that you love. Or it's something that you might have dreamt up for such a long time, right? We romanticize things, and it's like, oh, I would love to live in a RV and travel, and then you find out all the other little things that sort of add up that you didn't see. You just romanticize the idea of being in an RV and traveling and being whatever. Who makes the Steam Deck? Yes, Elgato is the one that makes the Stream Deck. And they're just for you, Brian. If you're interested, reach out to me. And there are different sizes, and depending on what you need for a Stream Deck, I mean, something like this is pretty minimal. Yes, and India Delgado also does she does a free few tutorials, and she has a paid masterclass that walks you how to learn how to use a Stream Deck. If you also, and you don't have to be in the Ecamm community or use Mac, but Ecamm, if you go to ecamm.live and go to their website, they have videos and tutorials that will walk you through. You can also check out the Ecamm Live YouTube page. Sean Doc Boyd, who's another creator, does a few tutorials on integrating your Stream Deck in what you want to do. If you want to do it into a Zoom, if you want to do it, it's got multifunctional features. So, enough of that tangent though. What I wanted to continue on was just talking about things that are different. Because I am challenging myself to do things differently for the next 2 months. I don't know exactly how well some of these things will work out for me. I'm pretty sure there's going to be things I'm going to enjoy. There's going to be things that I'm going to hate and want to go back to doing that I was used to doing prior. And that's okay. I think that's fine. But as long as you give the opportunity to do something in a different manner than what you're used to, that it will, again, it might pay off. And thank you, Denise, for tuning in. Denise is awesome. Please go connect with Denise. If you're not connected with her, please do. I met her down in Houston. She's one lovely individual, an incredible person, and just a great connection if you want to go connect. But excuse me, where was I? Oh, different things all the time. So, like, why have my eyes started opening up to this idea of doing things differently? Part of it was because I did want to go public speak. I went down there, I did it, I enjoyed it. Now I want to further learn more about how I can do things a little bit differently. Like, I had a conversation with Shelly today. We kind of walked through a few things. It opened my eyes to like how I want to focus on doing this moving forward. So for me, I think just trying out those different paths and those different ways of doing things apart from what I would think is sort of my normal routine is really got me excited. It's got me thinking, like, what have I overlooked on other things? Like, what have I missed out on other opportunities? Because I think to myself, you stick to a game plan sometimes and you get it inside your head, like, this is what has to work. And that's not always the case. So me, like, sitting down for a minute and thinking like how I want to do it. And Janae, thank you so much for tuning in. Got no clue. um, but even like with so an example of Janaid here. Um, like he took an idea of something that he was already passionate about in doing his home studio mastery class and teaching it to others and going out and doing it for clients and then deciding to come up like with a class to do it as far as like how to educate others and take it to a college and get it accredited. That to me is like doing things differently. That's like for me walking a whole different path that not most people are thinking about doing it. And it is. Absolutely it is. When you open up your thought process in your mind to doing these sort of things a little bit differently, everything seems to start shifting like in your mindset. Like I sat down today and I said, like I really got a whole lot of like really great ideas. And I said, now I got to start instituting some of these to try them, see if they work. If they do, awesome. If they don't, I'll move on. you know, that's the whole idea for me. Um, and I think as I have started to open up my mind a little bit more and expand on things, time. Well, look, here's the whole again, but here's what I like about what people like Janaid are doing and what other people who have figured this out, like what being different is. Like even Janaid, like I'm gonna use him again as another example because I've seen him sharing videos that are a little bit more open and vulnerable. That's apart from what he is used to doing because I'm pretty sure most of his content is strictly geared towards talking about the whole mastery class of it or the technical side of things. So when people start doing things that are not what they're used to and you see them get a little bit uncomfortable, I love seeing that because in their they're like me at that point. They're getting those nerves. The things that they're doing is starting to shift, and the way that they see themselves like really opens up. I mean, this practice that I did today was kind of fun because it kind of made my mind do this for me as I was sitting there talking. I mean, literally, it was a mind shift as I was trying to do some of these exercises, which made me again. I wanted to immediately go say, man, take that mindset of this and what I do with my show, and it opened up my mind again, totally to a different level of what I see as creativity. Um, and to be like, to be frank, I think I've been wanting something like this again because, um, how can I say this? Um, I hate doing boring and I hate doing things over again. And I think I've mentioned this on the show that, like, if my show is the same show from at episode number 1 as it is episode 100, I think I failed. Right? I think I need to also change and develop as my show and my ideas and all the other things sort of change, you know? And I do appreciate, oh, Yolanda, thank you for tuning in, of course. We do. Absolutely. And what is up? You can't stay long. You can just stay long enough to say hello, see ya, and then see you later. Look, it's just too easy. That almost like writes itself. Like you're like when you said that to me the first time, it's always been stuck in my head, so I never forget that. So there you go if you want to know what that's like. And absolutely, absolutely. And we all have the capacity. I just think us discovering that and like really in depth taking the time to really understand what that is for each one of us, right? I know, well, not I think I know it is, right? And yes, is your White Claw sponsorship keeping you busy? Absolutely, it is. I'm sure it is. Well, she's a busy lady. She's got like 2 shows that she's doing as well. Which tomorrow, go check out Sia's show if she doesn't pub it before she gets out of here. She has a show on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I believe, if I'm not wrong. But anyway, uh, where train of thought? Oh, differently. Um, like even this right now. So what you guys are seeing, and you're not noticing these small changes unless you tune in every night. Like I've been wearing my hat forward. Now I'm so used to doing this. I've been so used to doing this for so long, like wearing my hat to the back. And I think about it sometimes and I go, what can I do to shift things a little bit, right? And I wanted to do this where I could wear my hat. And yes, there you go. Now on this, that's the show in Business Bites, Tuesdays. So check it out. 2 shows. The mic is listening. Wednesdays. That's the other show. All right. So she's got, again, busy lady. She's got shows she's got to go take care of. So I can understand and do that going forward. But can I? No, not with this hat. I think I do have another hat I can do that with. Where was I? Train of thought. You guys are fun. This is the fun part. Going forward though, like I'm going to do things a little bit differently than what I'm used to. So there's going to be some restructuring. There's going to be a few things that I'm going to sprinkle in here. I mean, I think I've done that since day one, though, since I launched the show back on. I mean, I wanted to do segments. I tried segments. They were fun. I'm going to reintroduce them again. But part of like the whole idea of wanting to do those sort of things, I haven't integrated some of the things that I wanted to do very early on. And I thought to myself, why didn't I? Why didn't I? Right? And it was because I said, well, you can't pull it off. And it's, to be honest, it's a load of crap. You can pull it off. I can pull it off. I just didn't give myself enough credit on a few things. Just being honest with you guys, I didn't give myself credit, and whether or not people would find it funny, would people tune in, would people tune out? I mean, the whole idea of like doing an everyday show and then like wanting to be able to be considered an entertainer and sharing content and creating content. I mean, all of that stuff there, it can be where you're like, am I doing it? Am I doing it any well? Is it sucking? And I think about it most of the times whenever I want to do my shows, like even the solo show tonight, I thought about like, am I going to do a solo show? Hello, Fanny. Thank you for tuning in. Because I see most people when they're doing like their shows and they're doing interviews, I don't see a lot of people doing a lot of solo shows very often. I think a lot of people don't feel comfortable doing it. Because you have to be able to, number one, have a conversation, whether or not you have an audience there or not. In India, your ears must have been burning because we were talking about you. We were talking about your masterclass that you do for your Stream Deck. Somebody was asking about the Stream Deck, and then we did. There you go. She has an affiliate link that she uses, and then if you want to go check out her class, or you can head over to gosh, India, I'm forgetting your website. Don't shoot me. It's on the tip of my tongue. I'll remember it here in just a second. But please, if you're interested in wanting to learn how to use to fully integrate your Stream Deck on a whole nother level, she has, again, a program that she does that walks you through how to do that. And I recommend it for anybody who wants to get started in learning how to actually fully functionally take advantage of the Stream Deck that you have. So there you go. Plus, I think India, I don't know if you've announced it yet. Can I announce it? I'll wait for you to drop it in the comments. I'll wait. If you're still watching, I will wait for you to drop it in the comments, India. But she mentioned something to me the other day that I'm thrilled that she is now doing here, because um, I'm excited for her. So if you just drop a simple yes in there, I'll tell people what you have told me separately. And I'm going to be on India's Sunday show. She has a Sunday show called, okay, there you go. There, she's got a coupon code. There you go. 20% off SD 2020. It's an awesome class for those who don't know. And I'm going to give you some drum roll. I got to do some production in here. I'm going to do a little bit of production. Where's my damn drum roll? Here we go. Rim shot. No. Let's not do this drum roll. Here we go. India Delgado has been selected as part of, excuse me. India has been selected as part of the creator program here on LinkedIn. So the new program that they rolled out for tech, she's been selected. So you might see more content from her coming out of there as well. So if you want to go follow her on this platform, please do. She's an awesome creator. She does this already on YouTube. I mean, super talented, awesome individual. Like I said, I will be on her show, and there's the code if you want to go take that for it as well. So, Clarine, thank you so much for dropping in and saying hello as well. Miss Clarine Mitchell, another great creator here on the LinkedIn platform. But what I want to go, yes, and that's why I said it's give her a round of applause, guys. If you're not connected with India, please do here on the LinkedIn platform. She's going to be creating a lot more content, this is again a platform starving for creators here. So when we're getting good creators integrated in the mix, celebrate them, put them out there, be different. Different is good, folks. So just so you know, and she will be doing content on here. There you go. That's how a creator wants to learn how creators around us create. There you go. That is how you do it. And she will do awesome. I'm telling you, if you've ever followed any of her other content, head over to her YouTube channel, go subscribe. She does a show called Tech Tuesdays. It's awesome as well. She covers a lot of really great stuff. This woman did 100 straight episodes during this past summer. So that kind of tells you like where her commitment to streaming and creating is. So enough about that though. Let's keep going. Hey Gabe, can you refer me to India to be on our show? Absolutely, I will. I think you two would do great if you would come on a show. You guys have a lot of really great tech. That would be like a show that I want to go watch just so I can fanboy and fangirl over what you guys do. But why I wanted to be, again, why I'm continuing to be different, because I have a lot of goals and aspirations that I need to get to. And if the only way I'm going to get to them is by continuing to be different than what everybody else does, because different is good. And I'm going to mention another creator really quickly why I say different is good. There's a gentleman named Billy Thorpe. Please head over to billythorpe.live. He's doing Amazon Live videos. He's creating shoppable videos, social live videos at an enormous rate, and it's different than what everybody else is doing. And I know that he's going to be successful at doing it. So, because it's unique to what he's doing. He's doing, it's like the salmon that swim upstream, to go back and rebirth and have, lay their eggs. They have to go upstream to go do this. Fighting every other obstacle that are bears that are going to eat them, the whole 9 yards. I mean, I love, so I did apply, but they did not get selected. I know. What are you going to do? There's always going to be another chance. I will try again. Trust me. You will. And it's, again, I will get a chance to get on there. My chance will come. Promise you. My chance will come. I'm just too good at this to not get selected at some point. Plus, I think it was more geared towards the tech part that they wanted. And there are people that are doing more integrated things inside of tech besides me. I am more of a content creator. I am more of an entertainer. And yes, I am leaning towards educating people, but I don't think that part was my forte. Now I'm learning to get into it because I do love the Web3 space and figuring out how NFTs and blockchain and crypto all interact. It's becoming fun. Um, but yes, I love it is. It's gonna be fun. So Janae, yes, I think she said she's gonna reach out to you. She better. You're another awesome creator that I've been following for a while, who's been on the show multiple time guest. Clarine, I need to have Clarine on the show. Um, so I will send her an invitation once I get off of here. That way I can have her on and I'm waiting for Miss Fanny Dunn again. I think I sent her one as well. Fanny, if you're watching, if you're still tuned in, not let me know. I will send you another link. I got to have you on the show. Oh no. No. Oh, Fanny, we would have been great. That's okay. Especially, that's why I said it wasn't actually my forte. I applied anyway. But getting into the tech space, it was again, it would have been incredible. But that's okay. You still create content. You still do other things. I promise they will have one more go around, if not two, because they still need creators. Well, look, book on the show here, Fanny. Come on here. We'll talk about it. I'll talk you off the ledge, and we'll just open up a little bit more about what you do anyway. So Fanny does a show for those who don't know as well. Another awesome creator here. I love that I get all these creators that show up in here. That's why I said my show is a little bit different and unique because I do go follow a lot of these people. I follow their content. I've had conversations with them, and me just wanting to be me and do what I do, it attracts the people that I want to come around and show up here. And they can't show up here every night. I don't expect everybody to show up here every night. I mean, it'd be insane to ask everybody, hey, can you show up for 100 straight episodes? Now, maybe Dan might be able to reach that, but there's been a few that are that crazy brave that I say that do that. But I will be your therapist. I will walk you through the process. We will actually sit down, Fanny, and we will just get you back into that mindset of it will eventually happen. You're like me. Trust me. I missed out on the very first one. I should have done the first one. Like the very, very, very first one. I missed it. I created a video, but I didn't turn it in by the deadline. So I did make a video. I submitted it late. I know I didn't get selected because I knew I didn't. Again, I didn't turn it in on time, so that was my bad. But I've been watching it. They've done it already for India. They did it for the UK, so the UK creators now are getting started. Then they just did the 2.0 for the innovation in tech. Now I'm pretty sure there will be another go around where they're going to want more creators. So I think at that point, look at this. See, I can't plan this. I can't plan this. You know, that's another idea to bring on professional speakers. That would be another great thing. And let me know. But I love this. Is that most of the people that show up here do create. I see them on other platforms doing, not just here. I mean, I do see them here. Trust me, I do. But I see them creating in other places and other spaces, and they're out there just, again, being part of the 1 or 2% that most of these platforms have of creators who they're begging for it. They're starving for it. And yet here we are. We have the ability to do it, and not most people take the chance to go create this way. And you know, and for me to tell you the truth, oh God, it never will, never will at all. And he's tagging them. Why not? But the whole idea of me wanting to be to have this show and every night share something a little bit different. I think I shared this with Shelly today when I was talking about this. Each show's got its own unique sort of spin to it. I mean, a show that I'm going to do tomorrow is not going to be the same today, even if I'm doing it solo. So, for me wanting to, for me wanting to do things so much more differently than what I've done in the past is calling me right now. It's like, Gabe, you got to do things. You got to change the shift up. I mean, I have the creative tools now. I don't have things that are hampering me. Trust me. I have the ability to use Ecamm. I got everything that I need here. I got a stream deck. I mean, I got all the stuff that I need. I don't need anything else. It's just now putting my mind and being a little bit creatively differently and thinking outside of the box. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And that's what you guys are going to be seeing here. And I don't know what the results will be. And I mean, I kind of don't care. Not to be rude, but I don't, because I will be doing something totally different than what I did yesterday. And I get to do that every day. That's awesome for me. And you know what? I think I'm kind of excited because if I fall flat or fail, awesome. It's going to be a learning thing for me. And I think I want that right now. I think I'm in the headspace to actually handle that. And I haven't been in that space too often where like I'm saying I want rejection or I want failure right now. I haven't usually I'm so afraid of it to like want to not do things. So and the whole idea, like I said, is that I'm going to be creating something outside of what I imagined when I sat down and like game planned the whole concept of the show. And I'm probably tomorrow or Wednesday I'm going to sit down like what my original show idea was, and then look at it from the things that I've sort of learned already from these first past like 50 episodes, and then what's left for the next like 50. So if anything, I'm excited to kind of do this all over again. So thank you, my friend, for showing up. And it is Marvelous Monday. It is. Um, so I guess on that note, I'm just going to wind things down and just make mention that this week I don't have any guests. The whole reason that I put off booking anybody this week is because I thought about it on. Well, I had people that were interested, and I rescheduled one person this week. I did because I wanted this week to be like a whole way of differently approaching everything, and like whole wanting to just shake things up, man. I I needed this to shake things up. So this week will be a great week for me to do that. And next week, once things have kind of like settled, and I feel like I want to get doing that back thing, we'll be right back to just kicking them out and cranking them out again. I know I have the capacity to do that. So I just want to sort of play around with my ideas and concepts again, and reformulate everything. I'm just, this is what I usually do. I mean, all my past seasons and episodes, I've shifted branding colors. I've shifted like how I was doing my approach when I was using StreamYard and Restream, for example. Like my setup, I used to do the portrait and like had my face up like really on the camera, and then I went out to a wider shot, and I mean it's because it changes everything. It shifts it a little bit, and it gives it a different look and feel and aesthetic to what I'm doing. So I'm going to be doing that all this week. And plus, it gives me time to set out a little bit more invitations to people to come on the show. Um, so Clarine and a few others, and I think I sent James. It is called Evolving, and you are fashionably late, but you're look. I'm gonna tell you what, when you get diva status, you can just show up whenever you want, right? Like me, who else? Matt Zahn and me, we both have our diva cards, so that I can show up 10 minutes to a live stream and still be able to pull it off. I'm, I'm shitting you, right? I'm shit. I'm bullshitting with you, right? That's not cool. But anyway, I'm a diva. I get it, and I get to do it anyway. So check out the book. Oversubscribed. I definitely will. Thank you for the recommendation. And what? Oh, one more thing. I will make a post about this tomorrow, but for those who were down in Houston and just were around, my new buddy, not new buddy, he's been a buddy. He's been my friend for a while. But super producer Mr. Tim Sohn sent me this. I don't know. Wait a minute. Is that too much? Let's focus. Can you see that camera? There you go. Too much light in there. I don't know why. Product focus. Anyway, he sent me a screaming goat. You guys get to hear it. There you go. I have that now in my arsenal, so I'll record it, and I guess I'll use that probably on my soundboard for my Rodecaster Pro. I just love it. It's just like a mental reset, reshift. The whole idea of like getting out of just the same old mindset. So, what a great! I mean, I had a wonderful show. I had fun. So, I am a diva. I know I am. I am. I can't help it. I mean, if you got it, flaunt it, baby. That's what I say. And one more time, we'll play the goat one more time. So before we get out of here, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Screaming goat accomplished. Live stream done. What else do I got lined up? Oh, if any of you guys love music, again, I took the week off because I had to get a lot of things formulated back from my trip, but I am back to doing my nightly music show on AMP. If you have the AMP app on your phone, you can follow me there at Stream Tornado. If you head over to my Instagram, the link is on my Instagram page as well. I do it is a 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central, 1 hour music show. We just cover we play music from different genres, but mostly the 80s. So tonight's going to be ladies of the 80s. So if you want to go follow me over there, let me know. I'll send you the link in the comments. Other than that, if you guys, I will make that promise to you. I won't use the goat on the show. Just for you, Clarine. I just got it new, so it'll probably be scary. It is scary. It is a bit scary, but it's fun. It's an icebreaker for some people. So, but there you go. If you want to check me out, I will be on AMP later this evening, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 p.m. Central. Again, you can follow me at the Stream Tornado on AMP, and just go check it out. I just share music, a few musical notes, a few quick hits on each song or artist or the essentially the genre itself. So, other than that, man, thank you again, guys, so much for tuning in. It's been a wonderful Monday evening, and hopefully you guys will see a little bit of a different format. I'm going to probably change the intro and just see how that goes. So what else is there to say except you guys are awesome. Again, you guys are the best audience here on the LinkedIn platform, again, bar none. And I will be back tomorrow evening, 8:15 Eastern Standard Time. If you want to go tune in to the Unfiltered Live show, you can also go follow the Unfiltered Live show page. I have been ignoring that. I got to get back on doing that. Now that I'm back to some sort of level normacy, I don't know. But yeah, please head over there, head out to the Unfiltered Live show page, go follow it over there. I will be replaying a lot of the previous episodes. You can go follow some of the things that I'm going to be doing over there as far as content wise and things that I want to start sharing over there on my show page. So other than that, you guys have a wonderful evening. I will talk to you tomorrow night. Stay well, be well, stay blessed, and good night, everybody.